So hi, everyone. So I'm happy to be there today. I would like to speak about the quantum for the people and for the planet. So 3 years ago, Google announced in the journal Nature that it performed a calculation in 3 minutes thanks to their quantum computers. A calculation would take more than 10,000 years with some conventional supercomputers. So we are all convinced that the quantum world can bring some really big opportunities for progress in the future. However, like any new technology, it can also bring some adverse effects for the people and the planet. So in the very near future, being innovative will necessarily mean being sustainable. So if we want to, if we develop a sustainable quantum technology, so it will bring, so first, of course, a sustainable future for people and the planet, but also it will guarantee a success of your business in the long term. So how can we succeed the development of quantum technologies to provide us a more sustainable and prosperous future? So for that, we will need to implement a sustainable innovation strategy in the long term for our company. So I have elaborated a concept of sustainable global innovation based on 3 principles and allowing to set up a strategy roadmap for the long term. So this concept is based on nature itself, because nature is completely sustainable. It has an amazing intelligence and knows how to balance itself to preserve itself. So the first principle of this concept is the sustainable reason for being. So this first step will be initiated by an individual and collective reconnection to nature. Indeed, after millions of years of evolution, man has upset the natural harmony and has completely disconnected himself from nature to exploit the planet. So for the best, but sometimes for the worst. But man forms a wall with nature and is the conscious part of it. So there is no future without nature. And our destinies are completely linked. So that's why first we will need to reconnect to nature. After that, with this principle, we could engage our company. So how to engage our company? So you will define your North Stars to make an impact in your field and to position yourself as an innovative, sustainable leader in your field. So, yes, leadership, it's not a rank. Finally, it's a choice. So you will give a global meaning of your company, respectful of the environment, in defining your vision, mission, values, and finally, a sustainable reason for being. Another aspect of this first principle will be to understand the customer needs, linking them to a reason use connected to nature. So, as an example in the quantum world, we can cite the quantum chemistry. So quantum chemistry presents really a great sustainable opportunity, especially thanks to in the drug design. Because we will not need, for instance, to perform some long, expensive and pollutant tests. So quantum chemistry will also allow to get a more sustainable chemistry in maximizing the number of atoms used in the reactant transformed into finished products, and thus avoiding the production of byproducts. Then the second principle of this concept is ecosystem, which means finally elaborating a sustainable business model, which means also having a solution approach and avoiding a core business approach. So you could work first on the design. When designing a product or a service, for instance, a quantum computer, you could ask yourself some key questions like, the development of my computer could compromise natural capital, and my business could be profitable without compromising nature. So for this, you will use some key data like the planet limits. You could integrate into the specification of your product, and you could use also some key design concepts like the zero waste, the biodegradability, or the local approach. Concerning the zero waste objective, you could ask some key questions, like, can nature assimilate all the waste of the used raw material in my activity? And if it's not the case, how I can change that in the design or in the process, or working closely in collaboration with partners, etc. And finally, the main challenge will be to answer to the main question, how to become responsible from the beginning to the end of life of the product I develop. The last principle of this concept is the puzzle mode. It consists of developing a multiple of solutions instead of only one in order to minimize the impact on the natural capital. For instance, developing different types of quantum dots with different types of raw materials will limit to empty only one specific natural resource. So with this principle, you will work in open innovation and co-creation to maximize the sustainability, but also to get faster, more efficient quantum products. So the sustainable revolution is coming. Sustainable innovation is a strategy and is profitable in all promising fields like the quantum world. So you can innovate sustainably in building a pragmatic roadmap of a sustainable global innovation strategy with this concept. So I wrote a book about this concept and how to implement a strategy roadmap. So I help and support companies with this approach. This book will be available in French so in next December at the Pearson edition, and the English version will come soon as well. Thank you.